Aquarius, how are we today? I'm just doing our weekly readings. This week we are looking at the month ahead, all right? So January 2024. Hope everyone has had a really great Christmas time, heading into the new year, all right? But please subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Being such a small channel, it does mean the world to me, as does, any comments. Let me know how it resonates, all that sort of thing as well. But this week I've got the Spirit Junkie Affirmations deck we're starting with this week. I am doing overviews with the 7th seal lenormand. So we're going to be splitting the month into start, middle, and then the end as well. Then clarifying with the blackbird lenormand. And I've also got the Romantic Fairy Love Oracle to get a few cards for love as well. Okay, so getting into it for you, Aquarius. Aquarius, what does Aquarius need to know for January 2024? Beautiful energy there. All that I love is more important to me than all that I fear. All right, so there's an interesting theory that there's no such thing as good and evil. It's all love versus fear. Okay, so it's kind of showing us that, even if something is a bit scary, following your heart and doing what is right for yourself, and following that love. If you've got enough love in your heart for something or someone, that all those fears just kind of melt away and become somewhat irrelevant. Fear stops us from doing a lot of things in this life, and it's all about allowing love to take control rather than your fear. All right, okay, Aquarius. What's going on for Aquarius? January 2024, please. Start, middle, and end of January 2024 for Aquarius. Okay, so for the start of the month, we do have the clouds energy, Aquarius. So something quite heavy on your thoughts at the start of the month. It does sort of show us that you're probably thinking about something, maybe overthinking about something. I am just sort of intuitively feeling that for a lot of you, it's kind of this energy of overthinking about what has just happened in over the Christmas period. There's maybe this reason that you're sort of some things might have happened for you over Christmas that you're kind of overthinking, replaying every little thing that's happened, and sort of really sort of looking into that and thinking every little thing, really assessing every little thing that might have happened over Christmas there. It is a strong energy of overthinking, to the point of making yourself a little bit anxious even. Definitely could be clouding your judgment, leading you to further confusion around the start of January here. But we'll get some clarity for that. So I feel like, yeah, with that Spirit Junkie card, talking about all that you fear as well. I feel as though, for the start of January, you are just a little bit stuck in thought about, those fear kind of energies, that you're overthinking things because you're fearful that, oh, did they mean this? Were they being rude? Did they really mean this? That kind of energy that you are just a little bit fearful, not fearful as in like, oh, I'm so scared, but fearful as in like, your inner fears, your that little voice inside you that tells you you're, oh, they think horrible things about you, and those sorts of fears that that you're not as loved or as wanted or as worthy, or all that sort of stuff. Those negative talk kind of fears is what I'm getting with that, overthinking all that sort of stuff. Clarify this clouds energy for Aquarius for the start of January, please. Yeah, so it's kind of, we've got the flowers there, and we've got the mice. So it's kind of like you're giving way too much energy to these thoughts. The flowers is all about giving and receiving, but with the mice there, that sort of takes away what you're receiving. That leads to that stress. That it's that, that clouds energy definitely compounded here with that stress. Things sort of eating away at you, and you're kind of giving your energy, too much energy to this, and overthinking these things too much. You're giving it too much thought. Is kind of what I'm getting with that. You may feel as though it's feeling as though you maybe missed out on certain things, or certain opportunities were taken from you. You're just stressing a little bit too much here about things that have already happened. Okay, the mice energy usually does talk about things in the past, and with that clouds energy there, you're kind of really clouding your own judgment here. You're giving it too much energy, you're giving it too much thought, and you're overthinking all these things and leading yourself to negative conclusions. You're forgetting to see the silver lining in those clouds, and you're sort of allowing yourself to jump to the anxious, to the stress, to the, oh, they must have meant this horrible, they must have meant this bad. um, but whereas you're actually like totally jumping ahead of yourself a little bit with your thoughts, and your thought pattern at the moment, it just feels as though you're telling yourself the worst case scenario, rather than going, all they said was XYZ, and maybe that all they meant was XYZ, but you're sitting here going, no, I think they really meant, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, then XYZ. You're kind of reading too much into it, and overthinking and stressing about nothing, I feel here. You're giving it too much thought, you're giving it too much of your own energy, and you're not actually receiving a clear view of this situation, of whatever it is you're overthinking here. You're not actually seeing it clearly, you're not receiving the clearest message, because you're seriously too, you're putting too much thought into it. I'm kind of feeling the simplest explanation is the explanation. Even if it doesn't match in with your self fears and whatnot about that thing, the simplest explanation is probably the right one. With this situation, you need to love. I feel like that love yourself a little bit more. Stop being so fearful that others don't care, and others don't want you to be happy, because I kind of feel that's where you're going with that, Aquarius. We do also have the lily. All right, so the lily, it can talk about a few things, but I'm kind of feeling that this is, once again, we're looking at past stuff, and it's kind of like I'm kind of feeling that something that has been long standing. You're kind of feeling like, oh, this person has always disliked me, or they always treat me that way. Um, this has been going on forever. Every single year this happens. I kind of feel like that's where you're allowing yourself to go a little bit with that energy, which, once again, it's not feeling like that's 100% the case. All that you love is more important than all that you fear here, and you're very fearful that that's all they think. They've always thought of me like that. They've always hated me, that kind of energy, and that's not the case. Okay, that's not the case. I'm sorry to be confronting here, but it's kind of like you're being too emotionally sensitive, and you're allowing your thoughts to cloud your judgment here. You're not actually realizing that it's the simplest explanation, that's probably the right one, and just because it's not meeting your overthinking of being of the negative, just because it's not negative doesn't mean it's not the right thing. Okay, you're not seeing the silver lining in those clouds. You're only dwelling on the negative aspects. You're not, I'm kind of getting told that thing where it's like there's three sides to a story. There's your side, my side, and the truth. And you're seeing, rather than your side, their side, and then the truth in the middle. What you're sort of putting it as is the bad side, the good side, and then the truth in the middle. But your side is the bad side, and that's the only side you're looking at. Their side may actually be the good side, and you're totally disregarding that and not seeing this third in the middle, the truth. You're missing the truth because you're not looking at the positive potential here. You're only seeing your side, the worst case scenario side. You're only seeing that. You're not seeing, the total opposite side, and you're not seeing in the middle the truth. So just be aware of that. At the start of January, you are possibly being a little bit emotionally sensitive, in a negative way towards yourself. All right. In the middle of the month, we do have the Sun card. All right. So that's where that personal revelation comes through, and you can allow the sun to start shining through those clouds and start seeing the truth through the clouds there. Okay. That sun energy does sort of break apart the clouds and shine down on you, revealing the truth and bringing the truth to light and getting you out of that funk and getting you out of that negative kind of thinking. The sun is all about happiness. All right, so toward the middle of the month, definitely heading toward a bit more happiness there, but we'll clarify that one as well. Clarify that sun energy for Aquarius, middle of January for Aquarius, please. Yeah, once again, it's all about rethinking, looking at this in a different perspective, allowing the sun to break through those clouds here, because we do have that being clarified by them. So their energy. We also have the mountains. So you're kind of feeling like they are creating these obstacles. They are creating these challenges for you. Once again, the clouds. So the cloud, the challenges that you're facing are these thoughts that you're having. Is this overthinking? This is coming through as an obstacle, and you need to sort of work your way up that mountain rather than being stuck in that mountain. Because on the other side of that mountain, you can see your way clear, and where to go from there. I do feel like there's this energy of they may be pointing out to you, Aquarius, why do you think that? Because, you know, I'm totally happy with everything and you, and why do you think that? And it's kind of like they are helping you summit that mountain and break through the clouds here. So I do feel as though that revelation may even come from them, the person that you're overthinking all this stuff about. It may actually be coming from them that's helping you sort of break through this cloud energy, this keeping yourself stuck in these overthinking and stress, causing yourself anxiety. Toward the end of January, we do have the Tower energy. So I feel like that's you really sort of taking some time to yourself, realizing that you're needing some time to yourself, some time in solitude to, stop that overthinking, work a little bit more on that sort of stuff, work out why, what is it within your foundation that is leading you to overthink these things and leading you to these, these circumstances where you're forgetting that your love is more important than your fears, and you're just being, I'm kind of feeling that you're letting your fears take control here, Aquarius. Clarify the Tower for the end of January for Aquarius, please. Yeah, so that's really, really what it is all about, taking some time to yourself to really think this through clearly, not in this overthinking way, but in this, taking the objective and the positive sides into consideration as well, not allowing yourself to be stuck in this hurt. All right, we have the anchor and the hurt card there, which is traditionally the cross energy. So it's you burdening yourself, you're weighing yourself down, you're holding yourself stuck with this sort of energy. You're really struggling to get past whatever this is, during the month of January for yourself here. But we also have the key. Okay, so that lets us know that it's up to you to open the door to let people in. It's up to you to, unlock this part of yourself that is doing this to yourself, and move forward away from that energy. That's why we're taking that time to ourselves to really work out, hang on, I don't want to be stuck. I don't want to be hurting from this energy. I don't want to be fearful. Love is more important. Like the love that I hold within myself, my love for myself is more important to me. And I need to, open myself up to enter these new doors here, and unlock that tower. This, for a lot of you, that is, opening that tower up. You're up there in solitude. It's like, like Rapunzel stuck up in her tower, and your loved ones are around you going, let down your hair, let down your hair. And then it's up to you to actually, you've got the key to unlock the door, to let them in. It's up to you to actually go and open that door and let them in. Let them help you. Let them help you get past this hurt. All right. So allow yourself to open the door to no longer feel like you have to carry this all on your own. You have sort of trapped yourself away from the world a little bit here, and I feel like at the end of the month you're going to be kind of like, this is your opportunity to let them in, and let the people that love you and want to support you in. That the all that you love is more important than these fears that you have to do it all by yourself, because you don't. Okay, you really don't, Aquarius. So sorry if that's a bit of a heavy reading for you, Aquarius, but that's what we're getting. But it may be useful to you to have a look at the shadow work reading that we have uploaded just yesterday for the full moon. Some of those came through quite heavy. I cannot a lot of the time when I do readings, as soon as I'm finished out the other side of my brain, and I forget all about what I've said. But that shadow work reading, it may be very useful to you to have a look at that, and work on that self progress a little bit more, focusing on your self love. All right, I really feel like it's really important for you to focus on self love at the moment as well, Aquarius. Get through this heavy sort of energy. Make sure that we are having those personal revelations about the way that we are thinking about things, and allowing ourselves to stress yourself out. All right, but we'll have a look at romantic love for you during January as well. Okay, Aquarius. Aquarius, what's going on for Aquarius in romantic love, January 2024? Love language, acts of service. Okay, actions speak louder than words. All right, so there's this element here of there is someone around you that does want to support you, that does want to show you that they love you. They're trying to show you that they love you through their actions. All right, so even if they're not sort of able to say to you, open up to me, Aquarius, tell me what's going on, you don't have to be all by yourself. They're doing things, just even small things like coming and sitting beside you, and being there, so that when you are ready to talk, they'll be there. So I feel like that's what's kind of happening here. Someone is actually trying to show you that they are there for you, but because you're not hearing the actual words, you're not necessarily seeing it. So just be aware of people's actions during January. We also have divine timing, a serendipitous event. So, when the time is right, you are going to open up to the people you need to open up to. I do feel as though there may be something in all this for, divine timing is just giving you some time to really find love within yourself for yourself. And that's why you're sort of going through this period of stress and anxiety, just within yourself, within your own thoughts here. But we also have the marriage card. Okay, wedding bells are ringing, that one says. But, marriage can be a lot more than, actual marriage, although, some of you may be actually getting married soon. But, it's like that marriage of, a higher level of commitment between you and somebody else. A marriage can, I'm also getting that for some of you, this may actually be non-romantic. It may be like a business partnership for some of you. It's like that perfect marriage of you and them that can, create some really great work or something along those lines as well. But we do have divine timing. So if you are someone who does want to get married in the future, divine timing, all right, is going to lead you there. But it's divine timing's funny like that. It's like it'll all happen when it's ready to happen. It will all happen in divine timing, not necessarily our sense of timing. Me being very impatient, I'm not a fan sometimes of having to wait, but that's what divine timing is all about, making us wait so that we can deal with all this sort of stuff before we head into something along those lines. All right, but you're more than welcome to check your other placements as well. Like I said, it may be very useful to you to have a look at that shadow work reading that was quite in depth this month. So, hopefully there's something in that for you as well, Aquarius. But, you're more than welcome to leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought, and hopefully I'll see you all again soon.